What's going on, everybody? Lone Gemini here, and we're going to go over some God of War gameplay today. I would suggest when you first jump into a game, press start and see the levels of everybody. That way you know what you're up against and what's on your team. As you just saw, everybody's level 20 and I'm little old level 11. So that's one of the problems I have with the multiplayer. It seems to match you in games that aren't necessarily fair. At least it seems like. So you kind of want to get a better idea of what's going on once you get into the game, because in addition to that, they don't really let you know what you're fighting against in the pre-game lobby. You don't figure it out till you get in the game, so I would suggest just pressing start and figuring that out as soon as you jump into it. Not that it'll really matter, but you know, it will. I just like to know what I'm up against, really, I guess. So that's kind of my suggestions on that. I'm not really going to go over talking about too much of the game. You know, if you play it, you kind of know what to do. You know, after a while, it gets pretty simple. It's not really that complicated. But when you get into these multiplayer matches, I would really suggest fighting over all of the maps, you know, interactive weapons and stuff. You know, pick up the hammers and the spears and the swords and grab those magics and health things. I mean, it's all pretty obvious, but those things, you know, they do some serious goddamn damage. And especially when you're doing favor of the gods, you gotta kill as fast as you can, because, I mean, obviously you'll lose if you don't. So, some pretty obvious tips, you know, if you're having some problems with it. But, I mean, other than that, I'm not really going to talk about it too much because they're kind of just obvious like that. But I mean, overall, I know that the attacks are pretty simple, everything's fine. It's just I seem to get my ass kicked so much. I don't know if that's just because I was at a lower level, but now I'm at, like, I think level 20-ish for Ares, and things are seeming or are getting a little bit easier. As far as the gameplay goes, I'm either doing more damage or I'm just getting better at the game, period. So if you are struggling with it, just let you know there are other people who have struggled with it too, including me. So just give it a little bit. It will get better, you know, at least hopefully. Experiment with different weapons and figure out what's good for you and stuff like that. So those are just kind of my suggestions. I started off with Zeus, and that wasn't really working for me, so I switched to Ares, and that seemed to work a lot better for me. So kind of just switch allegiances as well to figure out what works best for you. You know, don't be afraid to try shit, guys. I mean, it's a video game. It's not really gonna matter if you try something and mess it up. So anyway, those are my suggestions. I'm gonna shut up now, that way you can enjoy some gameplay. But if you have any comments, concerns, or questions, go ahead and leave them down below, and I will address those in a timely fashion. Other than that, I hope you enjoy some God of War. I will be trying to post as much as I can of God of War until Uprising comes out on Xbox, and that's on the 16th, so that's in 5 days from me posting this video. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, it's been Lone Gemini, and until next time.
.500 favor to go. victory will bring prosperity to all.